He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And nothing much.
They're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarter.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Justin Fields with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get
some games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
They begin the drive with Williams. They find some open field here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They go play action now. Wilson. And he knocks.
Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at half.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
He's got Hamler on the out route.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's good. Now Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
From 13 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. Carries, you know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That is caught, and he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Play action, now Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you
almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Field's going to take this himself.
And it's a fumble.
Much like a
Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Paris Campbell,
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears are back within a score.
And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw.
Now here's the option play going left.
And he's brought down at the 20. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver. Separates him from the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss. And
the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
As this is a big spot right here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On to the cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And that will be it.
Direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score.
And you want to keep throwing the football? That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Lines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory, which is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. Again, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Shoves him away. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Play action. Now Taylor. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, Those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.